Hello and welcome to the second module of Google Applications for Elementary Teachers. I am Montserrat Ortiz and I am your instructor for this course. In Module 2, we are going to be talking about Google Slides. Google Slides is a great application to create engaging and interactive presentations all online. They are saved to your Google Drive, which allows them to be accessed anywhere you go. So it's a great resource, and you can always share with your coworkers to either provide this resource for them or to have them collaborate with you. If you're not familiar with Google Slides, but you've used PowerPoint before, the skills are extremely transferable. So it will be a very easy process for you, but I will still go over the main features, how to access the program, and where to find all of the little tools. And of course, I do want you to take more learning away from this. So I will also talk a little bit about Nearpod, which is an extension that I use in my presentations religiously because it allows students to be engaged and participate, and it keeps them going. So if you're a very big fan of exit tickets and informal assessments, this is a great way to do it, and the students won't even realize that they are doing so. To start at the very beginning, we're going to start at our homepage for Google, and we're going to be, again, going to the grid on the right-hand side. This shows us all of our applications. Please remember, this is where you're going to find it. We're going to be looking today for a yellow page with a white rectangle in the middle. It is this one. It says slides right there. When we click slides, it's going to take us to the home page, and here you can choose whether you want to create a blank slide or look through all of their templates that they already have. I created one for this presentation, for this video, and I'm going to show you, this is a working sample of how to create and how to work with it. Now, I know the slides look very, very plain. It's for a reason, trust the process. So first we have how to add a slide. We have to look at the navigation pane for all of these tools, by the way. So we're going to start with the plus button. It has new slides. You can choose if you want a certain layout for them, or if you just want a very blank one, you can go to the very bottom and work with it. So that is how you add a slide. I will show you. I'm going to add one of the title slides, and it is there right away. Next, I'm going to show you how to add a text box. For the text box, we're looking for a rectangle with the vertices squared, and it has a T in the middle. It is right next to the pointer button, and it's right here. The text box is going to show a little cross. When you click it, you're going to press and drag it, and that will create the text box of your choice. Now, when you create a text box, you can also edit some features of it in here. You can add a fill color. I'm just going to pick a random color for now. You can add the border color. Let's say we want a black border, and we can make the border as thick as we need it. And if you want to add some dashed lines, make it a little bit more fun, it's always there. We are going to hop over next to this is all the controls for the text box. Now we're going to look at the fonts. Google offers many different fonts. I'm going just to click this one just for an example. This is where you control your font size. You can make it as big or as small as possible. You can make the text bold, italic, you can underline, you can change the text color. Let's just do this for fun. This is not the most aesthetic text box, but it's just as an example. You can highlight it too as well. And okay, I'm gonna type in hello. How are you? And my caps lock is on, but that's okay. It's just an example of how to create a text box. So that's your text box. Next, we're going to talk about images. So what I like about Google Slides is that it has access to very different ways to get images. You're going to be looking for this icon. It's a little picture. If you glide your mouse over it, each icon will tell you what it's for. So we're going to click Insert Image, and here you can see that you can upload from your computer, you can upload from the web, from your drive, your photos. If you want to insert a new URL, you can also do that, or if you choose to take a picture, you can always put camera. For right now, we're just going to look for search the web, and I'm going to look for a simple image. I like this one. I click it, and I insert. And now my image is right there. If I want to add shapes, it is right next to the image. You can add shapes, arrows, callouts, and equations, or you can even do lines. This works a lot for like when you do math lessons, you want to put all those lines on there. Next, I'm going to show you how to add animations and transitions. So animations, as you see in my video the videos that I create for your modules, the images move when you change the page. They have like a little effect to them. So I'm going to show you how to do that on Google Slides. So I'm going to show it to you with this image. So as you can see, this image, you click it, and on the right hand side of the navigation pane, you will see the word animate. Animate allows you to add animations to the slide or to the object. So we're going to do objects. Right here you can see I added a zoom in and it appears on click. And if I want to add a transition to my PowerPoint, I just press slide and it tells you how fast you want it to go and what transition you want to put. You can even apply it to all slides, and all of the slides will automatically get the same transition. I'm going to play it here. That is how that plays. When I change my slide, I want to play my transition for that one. You can see it pops up right and pretty. Again, I'm going to play this one again for you. There we go. And now, the last step, we're going to bring this presentation to life. Now, to bring your presentations to life and give them a little bit of design, you are going to look up here. Up here, you can decide we can change the background. You can choose different colors that you want it, or like if you do that, the background changes for for your images. Or you can also choose an image for your slide. So, for example, I can look Google Images, and I'm just gonna look up bubbles because bubbles would look nice as a background. And I can just add a picture of the bubbles, and it will make it your background. Now, when we're talking about theme, you can also add a theme to the entire slide. You click the themes button and you can look through all of the different slides that they have. So for example, I know this PowerPoint is not very inviting, so I want to apply a theme, and I want it to be blue. So now all of my slides are going to be blue, and it's going to make it a little prettier. There's some that have more features than others. Like for example, these have different slides depending if it's a title page or not. So you can always mess around with those. Now, if you go to Teachers Pay Teachers or different sites that offer templates, you can always import a theme from your very own computer or anything that you have with you. Now I'm going to show you how I use my favorite extension Nearpod to create engaging presentations for students, and I will also demonstrate how to add the extension into your PowerPoint. As you can see here, I have a PowerPoint about matter and ways matter can change. I created this slide. I added a theme that I imported from Canva, and as you can see, it has a lot of visuals. The kids can see it. When we go a little bit more down, I add videos from different sites that we're allowed to use. For example, if this is already linked, I just click it and it goes straight to physical and chemical changes, which is a video from BrainPop. I added screenshots of the book so that we can read it together as a class. And right here is where I'm going to show you how to add the extension. So we click extensions. I already have it on mine. If you do not have extensions yet, you don't know how to download them, the overview shows you exactly how to download extensions. So I click open Nearpod, it opens on the side. And what I want to do right now is I'm going to add a poll for my students. I'm going to ask them, I go through here, we're gonna add a poll. And it's a little slow, so we're gonna ask the students a question. Do you think, or we're talking about matter, can matter be changed? I'm going to put yes or no. And if I want to add a picture, I can add a thinking picture, or I can put matter, stay on topic. We're going to ask them, can matter be changed? Yes or no? Oh, whoops. You can add more choices. And right here, you choose the right answer. I'm going to choose A, save. And now they have a poll. Okay, so that's how it's going to show up on here. I also have another one here. This is a game that they get to play, and I'm going to show that to you in a minute. So once you have your entire PowerPoint, you can add all of the extra features. You save and you go to Nearpod. And one of the main benefits for Nearpod is that I know at this point after the pandemic, most students have one-to-one devices. You can open this PowerPoint on their computer, but you're in control of it. So you decide how fast or how slow the lesson goes if you want to do that, or you can also choose to assign it to them and they're able to do the PowerPoint on their own, answer the questions, and you can also take those for grades. Nearpod saves all of the responses. It gives you reports as we can see on the navigation pane. As you can see right now, it's uploading. You can choose live participation, which is how I said you control it, or student paste. We're going to do live participation just so you can see how it shows on their screens. So in order for the students to sign up and be able to see this on yours, they go to Nearpod, and you can actually also share it to your Google Classroom. You can link Nearpod to your Google Classroom. You can just send them the link, or they can just copy this code, whichever is easier for them. You will be able to see down here how many participants are in the game. Since it is a teacher view, you can also block student names and answers, and you can just switch it to student paste. If an instructor, administration comes in and they need to work on their own, you need a minute, you can just switch that on there. So we're going to skip over. As you click the slides, it will change automatically on their computers, and they cannot skip ahead or go behind. So that's really good. Here you can see it's going to open the new link. It can open it on your computer. It can open it on theirs too. So we're going to keep going until we reach our poll. We should be right here. And now this is what's going to show on the students' computers. They can click yes, they can click no, and you have a good understanding of, are your students getting the lesson or not? And they can also see this picture. They can open it up, use that as a reference. And now we're going to skip over a little bit more. Oh, this is a game that I have as well for the kids. Changes in matter. And you see the link is right there for them, so it changes the whole game. And lastly, the time to climb. This one is the one that gets the kids riled up. They get excited. It's gamification of content. So time to climb is a game where it's kind of like a pop quiz. They don't think of it as a pop quiz because they see the gamification portion of it. You can randomize answers. I do not play the sound on all the devices because it sounds very chaotic. I play it just from my computer, which on my speaker is right at the top so we all hear it. Highly recommend you pause between questions for discussion, and it kind of helps you pace the game too. We continue. The kids choose their character, and they're able to see themselves all on here. The questions are asked. They are scored based on how accurate they answer and how fast they answer. And after each question, they get to see each other climbing to the top. So it's a very, very good resource. I hope that after seeing my presentation and how the kids can interact with it, I hope that you are encouraged and excited to use it as well. You can use Nearpod as your extension for your project this week. But if you are already used to using other projects, other extensions like Peer Deck, you are more than welcome to include those too. But I just did want to provide this option for you since it is one of my favorites. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. I hope that you have a great time exploring these resources, and I will see you next week for Module 3.